Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Fault in Our YouTube Stars podcast. I'm your host, Dualion1, and I'm joined here with the fantastic Doctor Who tribute creator and creator of many other unique kind of videos, Mr. GallifreyForever97.
Hello everyone. Thanks for having me on.
My pleasure. Today I've just got a couple of questions like I did with Harry's Moving Castle and the creator of Sector 6 last week. But
Oh right, nice.
something that I've been meaning to ask. What are your thoughts on... actually, Deborah, before I continue, this is going to be a very Doctor Who filled episode. So if you're not an avid viewer of Doctor Who and have no idea what we're on about, I still hope you enjoy the next 40 minutes.
Yeah, go watch the
Go watch it before.
go watch the show and come back. Yeah.
Anyway, little question that I have. Class. Not a big fan myself, but I've heard good and bad things from various people. I watched 2 episodes, didn't like it, but I was wondering what you thought.
I'll say I've said it quite a few times on my YouTube channel. Sort of, I have mixed feelings about it. In one way, like a cheesy show, but there are some elements I do like to, and I think if they were to tweak certain elements, I think if it was given a series 2, which I think at this stage is very unlikely, I think it could go down really well. I had a friend actually who did exactly the same as you, just watched 2 episodes, and it seemed like we just watched the first episode and just didn't continue. So I have mixed feelings about it. I'd say I'm in the sort of minority of liking it a bit more than most people do, because I think everybody just doesn't really like it. That's the general consensus. So, but yeah, there are some things like there's that scene in episode 4 which sort of was just like no, but yeah, no, I think there could be things tweaked to make it better, but it's not the great show I was hoping for, really.
I didn't have high hopes, if I was being completely honest.
No.
I made a
No.
preview podcast with one of my friends beforehand. We kind of bashed it a little bit. And we thought, this is going to be really boring. I like the Sarah Jane Adventures, the more
that was a great spin-off.
child-friendly approach to a Doctor Who spin-off, but I enjoyed that quite a bit. But
I thought this was going to be sort of in the middle between Torchwood and Sarah Jane Adventures.
To me, it felt like it was on the road of Torchwood.
That's at the end of it. Yeah, that's what I felt as well.
Because the Australian Classification Board are very highly respected. I'm joking. They rated Torchwood MA. 15 plus, you have to be 15 years or older to view it. Well,
okay,
that's what they say. And they rated Class the same, so it kind of shows that it's more in the direction of Torchwood. It's much more adult than I thought it would be. They put sex in the description of the series, but I didn't think it would be as adult based, I guess, as they made it. And the ratings are awful. I'm pretty sure some of the episodes are below 300k or something.
Wow.
Well, that's pretty bad, and I'm not sure
that is very bad. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it won't be brung back for a series 2. In my opinion, it could have developed and gotten a lot better in Series 2, but if I'm basing my opinion off of the 2 episodes that I saw, good riddance.
Yeah, I get that. As I said, it would be nice. Like after watching the full series, like I said, there's certain things I could think, well, yeah, they could do this, could do that, make it better. But it hasn't, like you said, it hasn't grasped the audience in the first series. And for a lot of people, even the first episode and the first 2, you obviously, like you didn't continue. So they'd failed in their job of sort of grasping the audience in those first 3 episodes to continue watching.
I
So I
tried
can
to.
understand why.
I tried to.
Yeah.
I tried to watch episode 3, but I was just bored, and I just stopped watching. And never come back. Is there any episodes that you particularly recommend over others that would be good at revisiting just those episodes?
I'd probably say episode 6 and possibly episode 7. They're kind of like a two-parter, but episode 6 is focused just in one ring. It's basically a rip-off of Midnight, the David Tennant story.
Oh, I love that.
Where it's all the Force, yeah. It sort of takes aim from that, and it's sort of people telling truths, and it's a really nice confined story. And episode 7 is just sort of a character piece for Miss Quill, which I quite enjoyed. But apart from that, the finale was good. I think it could have been better, but it did take certain risks. So yeah, for me, I think it did get better as I went along. I don't know if that was because I know my expectations sort of going through the series. But yeah, as it goes on, I think it does get better.
Nardo. I brought him up in my first podcast. I'm not going to let it go until Series 10 finishes and he inevitably leaves or something happens to his character. To me, personally, I love him and hate him at the same time. Like, it's just so funny to have Matt Lucas there just randomly. And then I'm just thinking, this isn't Doctor Who. This is just wrong. But hopefully they develop his character and make him more well thought out in Series 10, but I doubt it. Because in the Christmas specials, I haven't really enjoyed his presence. He didn't do anything in the last one. In the Return of Dr. Mysterio.
No.
Did you make a review on that?
I did a review on the Return of Dr. Mysterio, yeah. I just think actually, I did rewatch the story last night. Actually, I had a couple of friends that have seen it, so I just thought, oh well, good excuse to watch it. But looking back, yeah, he didn't really accumulate too much, did he? Really in that.
What did you think of the Christmas special?
Yeah, it was better than I thought it was going to be. I was really thrown off, like you said, by Matt Lucas and the character of Nardole. And the superhero aspect initially. But I was pleasantly surprised. Going on to Nardole, the choice of bringing back for Series 10, an odd one, but watching the Return of Dr. Mysterio, I can kind of see why. I can imagine him being the sort of equivalent to K9 in a way for sort of the Tom Baker, do you know what I mean? So you sort of got the companion, but you got the side character. Like Mickey said, in Series 2, the Tin Dog. But who knows? I to be honest, I reckon. I don't think he'll go past Series 10. I theorise actually. I reckon he's going to die by the hands of Missy.
Is that her plan from what's it called Witch's Familiar when she gets caught by the Daleks? It's like, what's my plan?
Yeah, she just saw Series 10. Yeah, she thought, oh right, I'm going to get the Daleks and
kill Nardole.
Yeah, that'd be funny. But yeah, I'll see how it goes. Like, I think apparently they said he's got a job to do in Series 10. But obviously we found it on the Return of Mysterio. The Doctor brought him back because he thought he was going to be lonely, which I don't think is a good enough excuse. So hopefully, going into Series 10, the reason why he sticks around.
I can't even remember. Like, they briefly mentioned the fact that he was stuck in that machine thing from the Wedding of Riverside. No, Husbands of Riverside.
Husbands, yeah.
But I can't even remember. They didn't even explain
that. No, they didn't. They just basically said, obviously, at the end of the episode, he was stuck in the robot body. But then obviously had a quick line in the Return of Dr. Mysterio just saying, like, the Doctor, after he spent the 24 years in River, went back, plunked Nardole out. I don't know what happened to the other heads in there, and rebuilt Nardole Nardole. So I don't think it's very well. It's very convoluted. Really
Worth it.
convoluted.
I'd rebuild Nardole.
Yeah.
I love Nardole.
True. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Everybody does a bit of Nardole.
Now, it's nothing to say that all Doctors, well, not all, but a lot of the companions have had some romantic chemistry with each of the Doctors. So I'm looking for more of a romantic tale between Nardole and the Doctor in Series 10. At least that's what I'm hoping for.
I'm sure Tumblr's got there first. Like, I'm sure there is fan art that will go around Tumblr Series 10 of that. Yeah.
Just joking. What's the ship name for Nardole and the Doctor?
Oh God.
Dardle.
12 Duel? Yeah, I don't know. Oh no.
That would be. Anyway.
I'm sure somebody will. Yeah, that's Tumblr's job.
Someone will do that. I'm waiting for those figurine adventures videos that some Doctor Who fans make. I can't wait for the Nardole and the Doctor.
I did actually see somebody post on Twitter, but basically there was somebody made like a custom figure of Nardole. I don't know who actually originally created it, but it was, the face was just so. They'd obviously used sort of like the plastic mold to make his face like really round, and it just gone wrong. But commemoration for them doing it, but
yeah. What's your favourite Doctor Who episode? I reckon that's probably my next. If you can't pick one, what is like? Should we both, as Doctor Who fans, top 5 list?
That's a good idea. Yeah,
top 5 list.
Okay. So I think I know roughly, but I was just trying to pick what order. Do you mean? For me, I think probably number 1, the Seas of Doom. Number 2, the Daemons. Number 3, the Cade Lanzani. Number 4, Heaven Sent. And number 5, Dalek, I think. Oh, that's completely off the top of my head.
I'd say.
What was your list anyway?
Number 1, favourite is probably Genesis of the Daleks. It's probably up.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Probably up there at number 1. Number 2, I'd have to say. It's a hard pick. Oh, Turn Left. I really, really, really like Turn Left. Number 3 would probably end up being Heaven Sent.
Yeah.
Number 4 would probably be Love and Monsters. I'm kidding.
Somewhere, but
Ark in Space. It's probably up there.
Oh yeah.
I really like that story as well. And number 5 would probably be. Oh, come on! I gotta think of something. Sorry, I was trying to think of the names.
That's right. I think Ark in Space is like it's just like a mini. It's basically like a Doctor Who movie, really. Like sort of really confined. Yeah.
I really liked Listen from Series 8. That
good idea, yeah.
Very good. But that's probably not my all-time top 5. If I had more time to think, not off the top of my head, I'd probably, delve more into classic. It'd probably end up being top 5, but it would be classic Doctor Who episodes, because I like classic more than new.
It's. I think they've just got the better stories in a whole. That's it accumulates all the time. Like as we get some new Doctor Who episodes, as it comes, you know what I mean. Like Heaven Sent, really, I really love that episode. So beautiful, but like I said, I think just overall even obviously the production values and some of the sets, the writing in the classics just It's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
I've got quite the quest to try for both
Right.
of us to try and rate every single episode of New Revival Doctor Who. I have a big
Oh my
poster and I have
goodness.
all the names and I can pretty much memorize majority of them.
Wow.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna try. Let's see whether both of us can number one remember them, but rate them from 0 being
Oh
worst and
god.
10
I'd
being.
probably need a copy of your poster because I just trying
Oh,
to.
don't worry, I'll go
sort
through the
of-
names and explain them. Rose, first episode of the revival. That is probably an 8.
Yeah, I'd probably say a solid 8. Yeah, it did a great job sort of re-energizing Doctor Who, and it did accomplish a lot in the episode, and obviously brought back the audience. Yeah, I think an 8. Yeah.
End of the World. Have you seen that? That one is.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah. 6.5.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a 7.
Yeah,
Unquite
that's
Dead.
yeah.
Mark Gatiss story with.
So I give it another 8. I think.
Yeah, I'd say the same.
I do really like that one.
Aliens of London, World War Three. In my opinion, 5 and 5. Don't like them.
Yeah, I'll probably give it a 5.5. I'd say. Yeah. Yeah.
Dalek.
Yeah.
10.
5.5. 10.
Definitely.
10. Yeah. No question.
Fantastic. Long
Yeah.
game. Another strong 2 out of 10. Probably end up giving it.
Well. Yeah, I'll probably give it 4 out of 10. I think it's just to serve setting up the finale, really.
Filler, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Father's Day. Rose goes back in time and saves her father. I give that a 10.
9, 9, 10. Yeah,
I really like that one. It was
it's
great.
really nice.
And then we got the brilliant two-parter from Stephen Moffat, Dr. Dances, and the first part, what's it called? I forgot what the first part is.
The empty child. The empty
yeah,
child.
Empty Child and
Yeah.
Dr. Dances, great two-parter.
Yeah, probably 8.5. I think.
Give him a 9 probably overall.
Yeah.
Boomtown 3. 4.
Yeah, I'd probably give it another 4. I quite like the scene
Dinner
with the
scene.
Doctor, but yeah, apart from that, it's
That's
just
a
filler
great one.
again.
2-part ending, Bad Wolf, Parting of the Ways. Probably
10, I'd say.
Yeah, 10. That was actually the first ever 2-parter I watched of New Doctor Who. So that
Oh
one.
wow, really? Mine
one.
was A's in London World War 3. And
Oh,
I'm still a fan.
what a strong start.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Christmas Invasion. Probably give that an 8 overall.
Yeah. Yes, it's. I think it's the best Christmas special. But yeah, give us a solid 8.
New Earth. That's the one with the cats. David
Yep.
Tennant. 6, I reckon.
Yeah, I was going to 6.5, but yeah, it's not really the best of stars compared to Christmas Invasion, but yeah.
School Reunion. I love that one. That one's probably
Yeah,
9.
10.
A 9.
What about Tooth and Claw?
Oh, sorry, skip that one. Tooth and Claw. Sorry, my post.
Alright.
That one's not bad. That one's about 7, in my opinion.
Yeah, 7.5, I think, for me, but yeah, good.
What's it called? Go in the wardrobe.
Go to the fireplace.
Yeah, go on the fireplace.
Ooh,
That's quite debatable because there's some aspects
a
that
9.
I really like and some aspects
Yeah.
that I really don't. I'd have to go much lower. I'd have to give it a 4.
Fair enough.
With to explain my reasons to anyone who's furious, who's clicking that dislike button, I really didn't like the sudden change of David Tennant really liking Rose and then liking this random girl, and then you just don't like that aspect of it. But
Yeah. Did come out of nowhere, yeah.
Cybermen 2-parter, from Series 2. That one's an 8, I reckon, overall. I like that one. It's alright.
Yeah, that does get a lot of hate for that. But I really like it. Yeah, I'd probably go for an 8 as well. It's a really solid 2-part, I think.
Who actually is rated it highly? I'll show you. Can't remember what they gave it. I think it's like a 9 or a 10.
Oh, right.
Idiot's Lantern. Probably 4.
Oh, yeah. Probably 4. Yeah, I was going to say 5, but I was like, no, 4.5. Not. Again, I like the idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
It's a really nice scene. But, yeah.
Mark Gatiss has quite, I guess, different ideas. Sometimes he executes them well, sometimes he doesn't. It's just a mixed bag with him, in my opinion. The 2-parter with the devil. I've actually forgotten the names.
The
Impossible
Planet and the
Satan Pit. Yeah. That one's great. I'd give that a 10, to be honest. Love that one.
Yeah, I'll probably go for a 9. Yeah, it's very decent. So some of the characters were a bit annoying, but yeah. But overall, yeah, Devil was just sensational.
Yeah, Love and Monsters. 10, definitely.
Yeah.
Beautiful
11,
actings, beautiful pacing, brilliant execution, and the absolute best ending you could have possibly thought of. Where he turns her into a brick. That is just stunning ending. And
beautiful writing.
Special effects as well.
Oh god!
I really thought she was on that brick. Couldn't believe it.
I really want to see a sequel.
Love and Monsters 2.
Just how they've got on. Like
Absorbaloff ends up to be Noddle.
Oh god!
No, but all seriousness, definite 0. Awful.
Definite 0. I'd probably give it maybe a 3. I don't know. There was
some couple of good speeches though.
There are a couple of good speeches, yeah. But apart from that, it's what was Moffat thinking?
Russell, yeah. That just come up in Doctor Who tribute videos. Like, I think, have you used the speech that he used, like, about when you're a kid? Yeah, I'm pretty sure have you used that before?
I think I used that for my. I did an Ultimate Treasure Series 2. I don't know if that was the opening line I used.
Yeah, it's a good speech, but it came from an awful episode still.
Yeah, out of context, it's really good. In context, just like
Fear Her.
It's really good.
My 4th least favourite episode of The Revival. Definite 0 in my opinion. Hated every second of it. Awful.
Yeah, ain't great, is it? I'll probably go 1.5. It was just what it could have been, because Stephen Fry, I think, was meant to write an episode, and it was about this like really cool ghost story. But basically, Russell T Davies said, "Well, we've got a really dark 2-parter, so we want something really light-hearted for the one just before. That's why we got Fear Her." So
I wish David Tennant threw the torch on top of the building, the writing studio where they wrote Fear Her. That would have been a better ending, in my opinion. Doomsday, and so Army of Ghosts and Doomsday.
Yeah.
8, 9, around that. 8.5 probably. Really.
Yeah, I was about to say 8.5. It's
very good.
It's a nice end to the Rose character. They should have left it there.
Definitely shouldn't have brung her back.
No, God, no. But yeah, we'll come to that Rose.
Yeah, that's season 4, I think. Anyway, Runaway. Let's get this done really quickly, because season 3 is not a big favourite of mine because of Martha, but season 3. Runaway Bride 4. I love Donna, but still.
I'm going to give that a 6.5.
Smith and Jones 8. That's the one with the straw sucking thing.
Yeah. Um, 7.5. Yeah. That's right.
Shakespeare Code 5 probably.
Um,
Forgettable. Even though it was Martha's first
yeah, it's
episode,
true.
first really full episode, it doesn't stick in my mind as anything memorable.
No. Yeah, I'll probably give it a 6.5. I'd say. Yeah, the witches were quite cool, and the Shakespeare actor was really nice. But yeah,
Gridlock, probably 7.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with 7 as well. Yeah, sort of in between Shakespeare and Smith and Jones, really. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite good. I reckon. I think I really like the concept of it and bringing back a classic monster. I think Patrick Troughton's episodes with the
Macro Terror, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're missing, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're none of the episodes exist. But reading up on the story, it's really cool. It's like a sort of like it's meant to be this like holiday world, I think.
Isn't it
and
1 billion years after when New Earth took place or something? Or
in Gridlock, yeah. I think something like that. It's sort of when they've obviously in New Earth, it was sort of like they built the world, and that so many years after, obviously with Gridlock, it just gone to hell. So, but it's nice. It's nice to enter the sort of New Earth trilogy.
The casual viewer of my podcast, like if they're still listening, I was like, what's a Doctor Who?
On Gridlock, Macro Terror. What are you on about? Yeah,
missing episodes. What?
Yeah, what? Every episode is this. What?
Dalek 2-parter with Manhattan. Messy. Probably 4.
Yeah, I liked the first part more than the second part. Like they set it up quite well, and then
the final
the second part was just like screw it. We're not going to no. I'd probably as an overall 2-part, I'd probably give it 5.5 maybe. It's very messy.
Yeah,
but there are some enjoyable bits.
What's after that? We got actually forgotten what the next one was.
Oh, the Lazarus experiment.
Oh yeah. I think there's a good reason why I forgot that one. Probably 2. 2. I think I'll just keep it there. After that's 42. I quite like that episode. I'd give it probably an 8.5. I really like that episode. And it's got 42 minutes of runtime. Hey.
Oh. Yeah. To do that. Yeah, no, I think that's probably one of my favourite, the favourite Chibnall episode written. It's really good. Yeah, I'll probably give it an 8.
Yeah. Hopefully he kind of sticks in that direction, because it had... if you've seen any of the CW American shows like Arrow and Flash, it's got... I reckon 42 has the right balance of drama to keep in those types of viewers, the right kind of action, and it's well blended together. I think I'll upscale my rating to a 9, actually.
Yeah. Do you watch those sort of CW shows? Or? I do as well.
I started watching them only 2 weeks ago.
Oh wow! Okay.
I'm up to. We're kind of straying on a different topic, but briefly, I'll just say, I've gotten up to season 3, episode 1 of Arrow. No, episode 2 of Arrow. I stopped Flash at season 2, episode 8, because that's where it crossed over. I was like, well, I don't know what's going on with Arrow, so now I've got to watch all of that. And it's very messy, the DC universe, of trying to keep up with where everything's at, but I've found quite a good post that gives me an outline on where I should start and where I should end. So
I remember
with that.
I binge watched series 1 and 2 of Arrow, and then obviously they introduced the Flash show. So then I sort of watched it as it was airing then. So obviously then you got Supergirl that's just come in, and Legends tomorrow. So like I've been very busy this week, sort of doing sort of college stuff. But yeah, I have to basically watch after this. I think 5 shows, including Agents of Shield.
Yeah,
There's just so much content. It's mad, absolutely mad. It's good. Yeah.
yeah. I wish Doctor Who produced that amount of content, but
Yeah.
sadly it's not American. All right, brilliant two-parter of forgotten the names.
Oh, Human Nature, Family of Blood.
Human Nature, Family of Blood. 10 out of 10. Love that two-parter to death. And probably my favourite David Tennant moment of all time is when he's got the watch and they open it, it's like, it's empty?
He's like, oh.
It's like,
yeah.
Oh? You shouldn't have let me press all those buttons. And then the music starts, it's fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. I love that little end bit as well, where he's just sort of putting them away one by one, like
so
throwing them into Death Stars, trapping them in mirrors, yeah.
It's fantastic two-parter. After that came Blink. I think I have the most low opinion of Blink. I'm not saying it's bad. I just have the most low opinion of Blink compared to others. I
think it's very overrated.
I agree. Extremely.
I don't know. I think a lot of people know it because of
Weeping Angels.
It's just everybody's just like, oh, watch it. It's like, yeah, I don't know, it's very odd. But I really do. I do like it, but I just don't think it's the greatest thing ever. So I'd probably rate it
8.
Yeah,
8 or 7. Yeah, 7.5.
7.5, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so overrated in my opinion. It's just
really, yeah.
On IMDb, it has like a 9.8 rating. I'm just like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, it can't be the best Doctor Who episode because it doesn't contain the Doctor, the title character, in it for very long. He appears at the end, but like,
yeah, it's very odd.
Alright, we're not even halfway through yet, so let's pick up
the pace.
Yeah. Alright, let's just briefly sum up for a 3-part finale with the Master. Probably overall
3 parts
8.
with the Master. Yeah, love Utopia. 2 parts pretty good.
Utopia 10.
Again.
2-parter 8.
Yeah, Utopia 10.
8.
Yeah.
7.5, so for combining them together, I'll probably give them an 8.5 overall. Adipose episode, probably 6. I just remember that one as the cute fat things.
Yeah, 6, yeah.
Next one is first Peter Capaldi episode. You got Fires of Pompeii.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that Amy was in this one initially, but she shows up. So
yeah, she was. Yeah.
Somehow she once asked David Tennant about the crack in her wall, but you know she couldn't wait another season, so she had to show up in season 4. So probably give that one an 8. That was pretty good, decent.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. I put it at 8.5. I think. Yeah, the story's pretty cool. But obviously it's cool when they sort of go back in this series 9 episodes.
Yeah,
it's just such a great moment when he goes back. And
girl who died. Yeah. The speech where he's like, "Who frowned me this face?"
Yeah.
And, seeing David Tennant on the screen for 20 seconds was the best part of that season. Just joking. Heaven Sent speech is probably the best part, I reckon. Where it's repeating over and over and over again. After that episode, it's alright. No more summing up. Let's get to season 6 very quickly because I have strong opinions about season 6 and I want to explain.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
After that, it's the Ood episode, 10 out of 10 for me. I love that Ood episode a lot more than everyone else. I believe it's extremely underrated. I am a huge fan of the Ood episode.
Probably give it a 7, maybe, yeah. But I see what you mean, yeah. I think it's looked over a lot.
After that, it's the 2-parter with the Sontarans, probably given 8 overall. It's decent.
Yeah, I agree. 8, that's good, yeah.
Doctor's Daughter, Meh, probably a 6. No, I don't really remember that one strongly.
Door's Door, no, yeah. 6, I think, yeah, it's not an amazing
Unicorn
thing.
and the Wasp, 9. I believe that's also extremely underrated. Great episode.
Yeah, no, that's very overlooked, yeah.
Agatha Christie.
Yeah, probably 8.5, but again, it's a really good story and a really heartfelt moment at the end as well.
Library two-parter with River, probably an 8.5.
Yeah, again 8.5. It's a decent. It's well, probably I don't think we get many more now, but the very good, decent part from Moffat.
Oh no, can't wait for Nardal two-parter. Please do a Nardal two-parter. It shouldn't be called A Star in Her Eye. It should be called A Star in Nardal's Eye.
Ooh.
Beautiful episode. After the library two-parter is Midnight. I think it's Midnight. Unless I've forgotten something.
Yeah, no, that's right, yeah.
Midnight is a 10, in my opinion. Really like Midnight. Very different to the casual Doctor Who episode. And I like how they got the Doctor very strong in one episode, and then Donna as a strong lead in the next. So I thought that was very good.
Yeah, I'd probably give it 9.5, I think. Yeah, it's just an absolutely amazing idea. Yeah. Really executed really well.
Alright, after that we've got the Turn Left, 10 out of 10 in my top 5, as I said previously. Love Turn Left. Great concept about, and something that I thought that I'd actually had a thought about before I watched the episode. What if the Doctor wasn't in season 6 and couldn't stop the silence and stuff? So I'd thought about that, and then I saw Turn Left. I was like, oh, so it's kind of season 1 to 4 summed up if he wasn't there.
Yeah, no, it's a really cool idea. It just shows how the sort of universe needs Doctor. Yeah, no, really interesting idea and executed again brilliantly. Probably a 8.5 for me. Yeah, it's a really interesting episode. Really interesting.
Then we got the two-parter where everyone comes back as like one big Tennant family. Probably give that.
Yeah,
it gets a lot of unnecessary hate in my opinion, but
I agree.
An 8. It kind of brings all the spin-off shows together as well, pretty well. So I'd probably give it an 8
true. Yeah,
out of 10.
Yeah, no, it's a good like I said, sort of collaboration with all the shows. Yeah, I'd probably give it an 8. I don't think it's that as bad as people say it is, really. Cool.
Alright, we've got the specials. Some are good, some are bad. Next Doctor, never seen it. Never seen it. The only new Doctor Who episode of all time I have not seen. So
wow. Do you plan to? Like, was there everything you just sort of?
I hadn't seen that and Waters of Mars, and my brother was like,
"No,
mate, you gotta watch Waters of Mars." So I sat down. This was like 2 years ago, and I watched Waters of Mars, and I loved every second of it. Fantastic episode that is, but we're kind of bring that one up early. Next Doctor, don't plan on seeing it. Heard very bad things about it.
Yeah, it's not great. Cybermen's very underused. It's an interesting idea with the David Morrissey twist Doctor character, but it's not great. I'll probably give it a 6. It's not amazing.
It's got David Tennant in it, so I might watch it.
Yeah,
he's one of my favourites.
Just for that.
Next we've got Planet of the Dead 5, probably. It's forgetful, boring and forgetful.
Yeah, there's some aspects like it, but yeah, again, it's filler really until we get to Waters of Mars end of time, really. So Yeah, probably 5.5. Yeah. Well, actually no, because I think the next Doctor's worse. Oh God. I will, I will go back. I will go back. Give the next Doctor a 4 out of 10, and Planet of the Dead a 5.5.
Alright. Next is Waters of Mars. Got very high opinion of this episode. I rate it a 10. I believe it's one of the 10 best episodes of all time.
Amazing.
One of
Shame
the best...
that wasn't like his send off. Like that would
have
been so good.
I think we have different opinions.
Okay.
Triggered.
Okay.
I'm all up for
triggered.
End of Time Part 1 and Part 2 for me. 9. I loved it. I actually really, really, really liked it.
I'm sort of in the middle of it, really. I don't really like the first. I think the first part's a bit, like all sort of some first part. But the second part I really love. Like I said, it's a very emotional send off. It was an interesting take on it. And I can understand why some people didn't like it. But I will probably give it an 8 out of 10 overall. I think, yeah.
But still not as good as Waters of Mars. I do agree. If they'd done that with all the specials, wouldn't that have been great? But I don't think you could even go back in time and fix the next Doctor and make it a 10 by doing anything. After that, we've got start of the Matt Smith era, start of the Moffat era, getting of the end.
Yeah.
11th hour, probably a 9.
Yeah, I'll probably get 8.5. I think it's very, very good, But yeah, again, it's just sort of like it's a really nice episode. I'll probably get an 8.5. Yeah.
After that, we got Beast Below. Really like that one. I think that's a good, solid 8. It gets some hate. But...
I'll probably give it a 6.
It's referred
again. I think it's
as Kill the Moon 1. It's kind of the concept of kill them, like not in quality, but in story-wise, of killing a creature or letting it live, but harming other lives. And Kill the Moon, hate it, but we'll get on that eventually. But yeah. This one did it way better than that. Victory of the Daleks, probably 4. Not memorable. Different coloured Daleks look pretty. Yeah, action figures.
I mean, yeah. Well, I'll just have to buy them. Yeah, they're. I think they could have worked. I think they were just a bit too clunky. It's just their back bits, but the story was again, I think over. I mean, it's a bit underrated. I quite like it. I'll probably give it a 6.5. I reckon. Yeah.
I reckon the Angels 2-parter is a 7 overall.
Yeah, the first part is really good, and then the second part
gets a lot worse. The ending just, and that's why I give Vampires of Venice a 3. Don't like it, definitely. Very salty.
Yeah. I quite. I'd probably give it a 7. I thought that was a pretty good thing, but yes, that's fine. Yeah, I'm going to go for a 7 for that one.
All right. What's after that? I've actually forgotten.
Amy's Choice. Amy's Choice is that one.
Oh, that's very good. I reckon that's an 8. What did you think?
I probably give it a 9. A really good, interesting look. Really nice character piece for Amy, I think. And Toby Jones is just great. Like,
Gave
I'm really pleased with
development. Very good
Sure,
character
yeah.
development to kind of make her character much more developed than before. The two-parter with the Silurians, I've forgotten the titles of the 2 episodes, but it was also written by upcoming show writer Mr. Chibnall. I've forgotten the name of them though. I'd probably give it a 7 overall.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a 6.5. It's okay. It's just not amazing. It's just a rip off of the first Doctor and Silurians, really, which is fun, I guess. But it does obviously pay homage to it. But then we don't even knew for it. But yeah,
Yeah, I hope that he writes better two-parters in the future. When he comes showrunner. Vincent and the Doctor, beautiful episode in my opinion, a 10. Really love that episode.
10. Yeah, no, I'm going straight for a 10. Yeah, it's beautiful episode. I actually saw the actor who played Vincent whilst I was in Los Angeles. I was basically on this college trip over to Los Angeles. And the mobile truck we were in broke down. And there was this golf place by, and he was at the golf place bit. But before I sort of got to say anything to him, he went into the toilet. So, and after I couldn't still be wet out the toilet. That's like creepy fan level. So no, I couldn't do that. But yeah, I really do enjoy that episode.
Yeah, it's a very good episode. Very, very good. It's probably in my top 10 of the new Doctor Who episodes. Probably like number 7 or so. But straying on a different list entirely. What one's comes after? Vincent
the Logic, yeah.
Logic, yeah. Logic is probably an 8.
I'm gonna go 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like bits of it, but again, it's sort of filler in it. But it's a pretty good story.
Yeah, I prefer Amy to be in more of it, or a much longer running campaign.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But then we got Big. Oh, sorry, what is it? Pandora opens Big Bang. Probably the best Moffat finale aside from Name of the Doctor of all time, I reckon. I probably end up giving that a 9. Really like that too.
Yeah, no, overall, 9, I'd say. It is pretty decent. But like you said, the finale, like after that, it didn't really sort of get any better than that. Like he sort of set the bar for finales, and then sort of went downhill from there. I think, in his sort of writing style.
Well, I reckon Name of the Doctor is slightly better, but we'll get on that later on. A Christmas Carol is probably the best Christmas special that they've made so far. I doubt the Christmas specials get better. They've gotten, in my opinion, worse and worse. But I reckon I have to give it a 9. Well, that was very well.
What's this? Which one's that? Not the.
That's the one with
Or Christmas Carol. Or...
Yeah, Christmas Carol. That's where he visits the boy like every year.
Yeah. No. Again, one of the great Christmas specials. 8.5. Yeah. I agree with 9 rating. But yeah, just personal preference 8.5.
Then we've got up there with the worst series of Doctor Who ever. Series 6 is a big, massive mixed bag. The opening 2-parter I actually really liked, probably an 8 overall. 8 or a 9.
Yeah.
I should really like the opening 2-parter.
It's so annoying, yeah. Because, like you said,
they set the bar, like you said about the previous finale. I set the bar high, and I was devastated with the wedding of River Song, but I'll get onto that later.
Yeah, but we haven't got to that point. I think overall, Series 6 Part 1 is the better one, and then Series 6 Part 2 is just a mess. Like, they just dropped everything, and yeah. But yeah, the two-part Possible Day on the Moon, I'd probably give a 8 overall. Yeah, no, I agree with yours. It's amazing stuff. Love the silence. Silence is really well used in the episode. And River was not annoying. Yeah. And obviously, again, like I said, set it out well, but failed miserably execution.
Black Spot 1. That's all I've got to say. Dislike it strongly.
You know, yeah. That was the first episode of Doctor I watched, and I was going to turn it off. I got out of it, and I was just like, I'm so bored. This is awful. Yeah, I'll probably give it a 0. I really don't like it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Then you got the up there with my least favourite two-parters, Almost People. Absolute.
What about the Doctor's wife?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry, actually. That's great. Neil Gaiman's fantastic episode. Probably give it a 9. Great. Sorry, I forgot that one.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah, it's quite funny because you were sort of saying about it. You were sort of saying, "Oh, the worst thing ever." I was like, "Hang on, what? The Doctor's Wife's pretty good." Like, but yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, Doctor's Wife I'd probably give a 9. One of the decent Matt Smith episodes. Like I said, followed by a really, really bad two-parter.
Yeah, Almost People.
Just to serve filler, to serve a plot twist with an exploding baby into goo. Yeah,
awful. 1 out of 10 probably that two-part. I felt like you when watching.
3,
Curse of Black Spot. Or I turned it off before it ended. So I have seen it all. I had to watch it in sitting because I was just bored so much. But I just didn't like it. Didn't appeal to me at all. Good people say A Good Man Goes to War is great, and then Let's Kill Hitler, my least favorite episode of the revival, is basically where it turns crap. But in my opinion, Good Man Goes to War, awful. Hate it to bits, and I hate Let's Kill Hitler as well. If you classify them as a two-parter, definitely my least favourite two-parter of all time. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's Good Man Goes to War.
Probably
the
give
better finale. I wish that was the finale.
I'd probably give that a 3. Yeah, but the plot twist at the end was very well executed and has one of the greatest Murray Gold pieces of music of all time. So I kind of feel bad giving it that rating, but I give pretty much every Murray Gold piece 10. His music is excellent, but going story-wise, definitely a 3 when I was watching.
Yeah, I do like Murray Gold. I do think though. I think this should be his last series. I really would like to see something else, someone else now. I think I don't know. Personally, for me, is sort of becoming a bit stale.
Murray Gold.
Yeah. I think his music. I think it'd be nice to just get after 10 years. Or over 10 years.
I've got to say, I disagree with you strongly. I hope he never leaves.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He might stay on.
I've got every new Doctor Who album because I love them. The music in it so much. But, yeah. I guess you could have someone else, but to me, I'd like it if Murray Gold never left. But I know he will one day. Let's Go Hitler. I'm going to get this done in 30 seconds. Let's Go Hitler is a complete piece of trash, in my opinion. Absolute garbage, and I really, really hope I never have to see it again, because I'm going to be doing this series. I haven't announced on my main channel yet, but it's kind of like the retro reviews that Who Addicts Reviews are going to be doing, but it's basically Doctor Who and a bunch of other shows as well. A bunch of random episodes just mixed in a box. I think I'm going to call it multi-fandom picks or something like that. But
I like the sound of that, yeah.
Hopefully I don't have to watch it. Hopefully I don't pick it out. Well, actually, there's a wheel and I'm going to spin every week. And it'll end up on an episode of a TV show. So hopefully it doesn't spin. So hopefully I don't spin the wheel and it ends up on Let's Go Hitler. But anyway, 0 out of 10, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's such a disappointing thing. Like I said, the great twist in how Good Man Goes to War was so good. They could have done so much of that. And then they decide to put Hitler in there and then take him away. Like that. Yeah, it was awful. I didn't know what was going through Moffat's head when he was writing the episode. Like somebody must have said to him, like, "Look, what are you doing?" But yeah, 1 out of 10 just for the sort of companion flashback. But apart from that, yeah, it's just really bad, disappointing more. But...
Oh, it had Donna Noble for a brief one, so okay, 1 out of 10.
Yeah, that's the only salvaging bit. Yeah.
Night Terrors, very, very, I guess, odd story. Not one of my favourites, nowhere near. Probably give it 4. It was trying.
Yeah.
It was trying to do something different. I
probably give it a 5.
I don't bag on Mark Gatiss often because every episode he writes, he tries to do something different and unique for the show, whereas Stephen Moffat just drills out the same crap that he always does. And briefly, has Ashley from wrong channel, Doctor Who Poop, told you his story about Stephen Moffat?
No, it hasn't. No.
He met him at a convention. I believe it was him and a couple of others from the channel, and he went up and he said, we're part of Doctor Who Poop, a YouTube channel, and he said, we have 15,000 subscribers, and Moffat replied to him with, well, my show has 77 million subscribers.
Yes.
So,
oh dear.
Kind of shows Moffat's ego in a hole, to be honest. But yeah, I thought I'd share that in light of...
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, yes.
For Mark Gatiss being a better writer than Steve Moffat, in my opinion, because he always tries something different. And I don't believe Mark Gatiss is a douchebag. I haven't met him in real life and probably never will. Have you?
Yeah, I've met Mark Gatiss, yeah. I had a photo shoot with him at the Doctor Who Festival. But yeah, he seemed like a nice bloke, so fair play to him.
So... yeah, he's a pretty nice guy. Hopefully.
Yeah, no, he's nice, yeah.
Girl Who Waited, solid 8, I reckon. One of the better episodes of the part 2 of Series 6.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was, that's probably the best ones, I think, yeah. Just to fit other ones there. Yeah, the Night Terrors, I quite liked it. Yeah, I'll probably give it a 5 out of 10. The Girl Who Waited, I'll probably give it an 8. I think it was a bit overhyped at the time. It has died down now, I think, but it was a decent episode. I met the writer actually at the Doctor Who convention. I sort of praised him for that, and he also wrote the Simon 2 parts, which I really enjoyed as well, in 2006.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was the I mentioned that before, like I don't know, 50 minutes ago.
Yeah, yeah.
That was great 2-parter as well. Yeah, 8 as well. Pretty much, yes, a good solid writer. Who wrote it again?
Tom McRae. He's only wrote 2 episodes.
He might be a good showrunner. Pull the show in a different direction.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
But we got Chris Chibnall to look forward to. I'm actually looking forward to him. My brother's not a big fan of current Doctor Who, but he says that he'll be giving Chris Chibnall a go after Steve Moffat leaves with no, I'm not sure whether I'm not hoping, but I think his time has nearly come. Peter Capaldi might leave at the end of Series 10. I just heard a lot of the rumours. I said that after Series 9 and stuff. It's pretty much every single season. They go, he might be leaving, As soon as you got the next one in, confirms the Doctor, they talk about who's going to come after him. Like, they don't give them enough space and enough time, really.
No, they don't, no. definitely not.
But yeah, I reckon his time's almost up. What's after? Is it God Complex?
God Complex, yeah.
Yeah,
I was
that
going to
one.
say Close Time.
That one is
No.
very good. I reckon. I give that a solid 7. I reckon that was just pretty good. Simple, well, not really simple, but like
Not simple, no.
different story.
Yeah, no, I love the look of it. The monitor was really nice. It was interesting what they did with Amy and Rory, like sending them off, like. But yeah, I do enjoy it. I like the end with sort of Amy being very similar to the Curse of Fenric, where she's trying to the doctor's trying to make her lose faith in him. So yeah, no, overall, yeah, I'll probably give it an 8 out of 10. It's really decent story.
Yeah, very, very different, I reckon. Then comes Closing Time. Yeah,
probably. Again, filler. Bringing back
6 or 5. Craig's okay. Don't mind him, but it's not.
Yeah, he's not too bad actually. It's obviously it's only because of him having like it's with the episode. It's sort of like you bringing back the Cybermen.
I'd actually straying on a completely different topic just quickly.
Yeah,
you know Nardal. I feel like Craig would be much better as a companion because he's making the thing about being lonely and stuff, but Craig was regarded by Matt Smith as I'm your mate, so like pretty cool if they could bring him back for a couple episodes or something because I like Craig a lot more than Nardal. But yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, I see why. Yeah, I can see the connections. Like, yeah, I'd probably give it a 6. I'm going for 6. I think. Yeah, like you said, it's just filler for the awful finale that is Wedding.
Oh, that's what we got to look forward to next. I'm pretty sure it's one of my friend's least favourite episodes of all time. I'm definitely giving it a 0 because not only did they screw up the moment where they called the doctor and told him that the Brigadier had passed away, they screwed up every single other piece of the episode. I couldn't think of any. He didn't have the reaction. I thought he would like have a tear or so because he was such good friends with him back in the classic era. I thought he might have a much stronger reaction. That completely pulled to the side. He doesn't talk about him in any future episodes. Doesn't talk about him in the rest of the episode. It's just an awful way of executing. I really hope, Stephen, if you're listening to this, and if you have any intention of bringing the sad news that Elizabeth Sladen's Sarah Jane has passed away in Series 10, and Peter Capaldi ends up answering the phone in the TARDIS, and if you do it this way, I will hunt you down, man. I'm just isn't a death threat. I will hunt you down and I'll throw, I don't know, something at you. It's not a
anything that's in the thing, yeah.
But
brilliant.
I swear to God if he does that. Swear.
Yeah. I'll give it a 1 out of 10 just for Dorian, but it's interesting about the Brigadier thing. I thought what would have been really cool. And it's a shame. I know because obviously they haven't brought James Corden back. But imagine if, because I think it's just a really cheap and convoluted way. The problem is, it was a very cheap way and disrespectful way, I think, to sort of use the Brigadier as the Doctor sort of go to die thing. I think it would have been really cool if they killed off Craig. Right. And he would have been... I know, but I mean, that would have been more meaningful.
I know what you mean.
You see what I mean? But, 1 out of 10 for just Dorian. That's it. That's all I'm giving the episode.
I actually
awful.
Well, considering Brigadier's in my top 10 favourite Doctor Who characters of all time, I would prefer if they killed off Craig.
Yeah, he's really good, yeah.
But, Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe is rated among fans as definitely the worst Christmas special.
Yeah, I recently did a ranking for that actually, and yeah, that was last. It was awful. Oh, it was. That was. I think that's just the worst. Moffat can't seem to get his finales or Christmas specials right.
Yeah.
That was one. I think that's the worst. Got to be.
Yeah, I reckon that has to be. Well, in my opinion, Return of Doctor Mysterio is worse, but I still really don't like Doctor Who and War. I'd probably give it a 2, a 1, probably a 1. The concept is kind of cool, I guess, but like they didn't execute it well whatsoever. After that, we've got the first episode, Dalek Asylum.
Yeah.
Mixed. I'd probably give it a 6, but one big 5. I just remembered about Amy and Rory like breaking up for one episode, and then that was just the dumbest thing they ever could have done. But Daleks having an asylum. What? What?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't really get it, but I'd have to probably give it a 5 because I enjoyed some bits of it, but overall, like, average.
Yeah, there was some bits. I appreciate their attempt because the Daleks have become quite stale at that point and then become quite scary. And I appreciate them attempting it, but it was just a bit silly them doing that. But yeah, it overall was just the thing with like I said, the Amy and Rory divorce plotline was
that was
ham-handed.
That was bollocks, as the UK would say.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. Dinosaurs on a spaceship. Oh.
What? Oh, it sounds quite bad, but I think that was one of the better episodes of Series 7 Part 1.
Well, it was definitely in the top 5. Definitely in the top
5. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably give it a 7, I reckon.
I'd probably give it a probably 5.
5.
But they really did a terrible job on Part 1 of Series 7. Now I'm looking back. The best episode probably is the cowboy one. I've forgotten what the name was.
Oh, A Town Called Mercy.
Yeah, that one is quite good. I actually like that one. I'd probably give it an 8 overall. I really liked the different style, and I'd like them to return back to the Wild West in a future episode. But I'm not sure who wrote this one. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Moffat.
It was Toby Whitehouse who wrote that.
Oh, I like him as well.
That's why it's...
Could have been a good showrunner as well. A lot of likely people it could have been. But Moffat, you're not allowed to do a Wild West episode. Get your mate Toby in to do another one. Not you. You're not allowed to.
I think he's actually... I think Toby Whitehouse is returning for Series 10.
Oh, cool. Because I don't want to see Nardal on a horse. Because that poor horse.
Susan the horse, yeah.
Oh, yes. Power 3.
Power 3.
I believe it gets a lot of unnecessary hate. It's nowhere near as bad as people make it out to be. But it's in the top 5 of Series 7 part. It's in the top 5.
It's hard not to, isn't it? Right, the Power 3, I enjoy it. The only thing, it was just the ending.
The cop out of just the sonic screwdriver, bang, done.
It would have been nice also to have spent more time with the villain.
It's kind of the concept of making a really, really cool story, and then it all being a dream. The character wakes up and it's all a dream. Like, it's just a cop out ending. That's what I thought this episode was as well. I'd probably give it a 6. I'm going to be generous. Probably give it a 6. Because I enjoyed it.
Okay, yeah. I'll give it a 5.5. Because, like I said, it's it's good stuff, yeah.
Angels Take Manhattan. For me, I believe this one is overrated. I really, really, really don't like this episode. I'd probably give it a 3 overall. I know that's surprising. I really do like the ending scenes but there's so much plot errors and such. She blinks so many times, he blinks so many times. River doesn't even look at the statue the entire time. It's just there's so many problems, Moffat. You need to figure the story out. But
yeah, like it was the first time really that I think the Angels were sort of become not a bit mediocre. Like Blink, they were exceptional in. Time of Angels,
yeah, good.
They weren't as good, but they were still good. Yeah. And then
Bob the Weeping Angel.
What was it called? Yeah, but yeah. But then this one just it didn't do them justice at all. And Amy Roy's thing was so convoluted, like their sort of ending. It was just a bit like okay. But yeah, I'll probably give it a 6.
Yeah, probably give it a 3.
I don't know. Yeah, fair enough.
'Cause yeah, Snowman is one of the better Christmas specials, I reckon. It was quite different. I liked the little, not really the reference, but was Sherlock around in 2012, 2013? I haven't even actually watched any episodes of Sherlock.
I believe, I don't know if it was actually Ed.
Oh, okay.
In 2012. You see what I mean? Like, because I know they had 2-year gaps, don't they?
Yeah.
So
maybe this was just a little reference to the future of bringing out more Sherlock episodes. But I do like the Snowman. I reckon that's a pretty cool one. I give it 7.5. One of the better Christmas specials. A lot better than some.
Yeah, I'll probably give it a 7. Yeah, it's like I said, it's like I said, a fairly decent Moffat special, which are hard to find.
Very rare. It's definitely in the top 6 of series 7 part 1. Bells of St. John. I might get a little bit of hate, but I really like this one. Being honest, I actually really like this one. I reckon it's a solid. You can hear a little bit of groaning. It's my brother watching Survivor. He's probably cringing at some of the different things that they're deciding to do in the show. But I was like, oh my god, he shouldn't have voted him off. Oh my god. No, I reckon I'll hear that later. But Bells of St. John, I reckon I give it an 8. I quite liked it. I know some parts of it was stupid. The bike thing up the ceiling, although I found it quite, I guess, epic, but stupid at the same time. I still like it a lot. I even made it like a Doctor Who little 44-second tribute to it, because I actually liked it a lot more than people thought. So I don't mind it. I just rewatched it.
I completely agree with you. I think it's a very solid opener to season part 2. It reintroduces Clara, and doesn't make it sort of tiresome. I like the plot with the great intelligence. I'm probably going to give it a 7.5, I think. Like I said, I think it does get a lot of hate. I don't know why people hate it so much. I think it was okay. I like the play on Wi-Fi. Playing on people's fears, all that. I think it was,
that was different, Moffat. Good job, mate. Continue doing that, please.
Please.
Rings of Akaten also gets a little bit of hate. I don't mind it. Probably give it a 7 overall, with the speech included and stuff. It's got an amazing speech from Matt, who really, really delivers on the acting front in this episode.
Brilliant. I need to watch. I need to rewatch that actually. I think it's pretty decent. The speech is just
brilliant.
Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. And I really liked the villain. I thought it was great. And I don't think it's the best thing ever though.
Not the. I put it up there in maybe some of the best speech. Sorry.
Yeah. So that's fine. Maybe a 6. For me, I don't know. I'm going to go for 6.
Yeah. After that, it's
Cold War.
Cold War. Mark Gaddis doing something different as usual with submarine in 1940s. I think it's 1940s. Cold War. Yeah. It's not one of my faves, and I'm afraid I'm gonna have to give it a 4 because I didn't enjoy it that much. But I do enjoy the fact that he tries something different everything he writes. So I'm gonna give it a 4 overall because.
Yeah, for me, I really enjoyed Cold War. Again, I'm in the sort of minority with that one because I know a lot of people really hate that.
It's forgettable. Yeah, I just reckon it's forgettable, to be honest. Like, it's not as much as I hate it. It's forgettable.
Yeah, I'll probably give it a 6.5 for me. I really enjoyed the Ice Warriors and the Ice Warrior. Plural. And but like you said, I can see why you see it's forgettable.
Yeah, but one singular alien. Some people think that only having one isn't, I guess, good enough. But if you look at the absolutely brilliant Dalek from season 1 that I mentioned briefly previously, like 55 minutes ago. That's a fantastic episode as well. So
sure, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, after that is Hyde. Hyde away from the special effects, to be honest.
Ooh.
Very bad. BBC.
That's at least its problems.
I don't reckon I reckon we're generous. 5.
4?
5, yeah, 4 actually, that's better. 4. Forget 4.
That ending was just like I remember we were getting really excited for it because it was meant to be scary. I just wanted one, and it just really wasn't. It was dull. The ending, the love story was just. There's a nice few Doctor and Clara moments in there, but overall, yeah, it was just not great.
But at least it did do some character development, I guess. Which is completely wiped away from Hellbent. Journey, the center of complete crap, is next. Awful. I'm just going to say it. 2, it promised so much and delivered so poorly. And I was really looking forward to this one when it was announced. Because I've been a Doctor Who fan since Series 6, I think. But big disappointment. I was very, I guess, sad while watching this because it was nothing like what I thought it would be. I thought it would explore more of the rooms, and I only explored like 4 and a couple of corridors. That's all we saw. I was bored.
I don't know what. Yeah, it was just like, here's an amazing premise, and then doing nothing with it. It was just more disappointing than anything. And like you said, these other characters, the 3 brothers, were just awful actors.
Yeah, definitely.
It was horrible. And then, like you said, they had the reset ending as well. It was just, come on, cop out. 3 out of 10 for me. I don't rate the story high at all.
Crimson Horror is the next one.
I'm going to go for a 7, surprisingly.
That one is mixed in my mind. I reckon I'll give it 4.
Fair enough. It's just, I just think it's nice. I like the story anyway. I think again a good Moffat might get his story, but also it just has a lot of fun with it, I guess.
What's that? Nightmare of Silver is the next one. Okay. I'm gonna give this one an 8 because I think it's highly hated. When I'm pretty sure, I'm not got this 100% right, and I might be wrong, but Steve Moffat made this one part. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be 2 parts, and it was supposed to be about the kids. So that's disappointing.
Yeah, basically
disappointing.
Allegedly, Neil Gaiman wrote a 2-part Cyberman story, and it did sound really cool what they were sort of saying about it. However, Moffat was like, "No, we're going to give you 1 part, and you have to put kids in it," and it just went. I think what it could have been, that was the most annoying thing. Like a bit like Jones and the TARDIS. Like it was like you had a great premise, a great setup, like revitalising the Cybermen, great, and then you stick kids in it, and
it doesn't work. Doesn't blend well.
Yeah, and like you said, ain't the worst thing ever. I don't think there are some redeeming stuff. I'd probably give it a 6.
I'm just gonna be nice
and
give it an 8 because I reckon it's not his fault the episode isn't entirely there. After that, we have got the 3-part, I guess, ending to Matt Smith's reign. Name, day, and time. Name of the Doctor is a brilliant first part. Probably give it a 9. As a recording, this is only around 8 or 9 hours after the sad passing of John Hurt. It's very very sad.
I think I sent a tweet out this morning just sort of saying
I do as well.
They had his sort of proud. We as Doctor Who fans have this sort of presence on Doctor Who. And initially, I didn't really like the decision of having another Doctor.
But he did it so well for the amount of time he was given.
Exactly,
did it so well.
I was repeat. I didn't find out the news actually until I woke up this morning. It was just like like a whole bad dream. But I'm currently working on a tribute actually to the War Doctor.
Oh yeah, I saw about that.
Only a couple minutes. Yeah, only a couple minutes. 2 minutes long.
It should be good.
Hopefully get out.
By the time this is out, that will definitely be out. So I'll leave a link to that in the description below if you're listening on YouTube.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, mate, but you're not going to get many clicks because it's a universally
right.
subscribed channel, I reckon. I'm trying to get some more subscribers on it, but
we've all started there, like just trying to but I'm sure if you've got the audience, I'm sure if you keep going at it, I'm sure it's just grow.
I'm very serious about this. I'm going to be trying my best to produce 1 episode a week with a guest. Is what I'm going to be trying to do, and this won't come out for a week after we record it because I want to stockpile them. The first episode was Harry's Moving Castle. Then it was Xerix, who created Sector 6, and there's you for episode 3. So Xerix is coming out tomorrow, and this will come out a week from then, and then Ashley's one that I record tomorrow will come out a week after yours. So I want to make sure that and then in between that I'm going to be discussing with other guests about times when I can record stuff with that, how it just keeps on going and going. So hopefully I can get up enough of a schedule to do it. I might take a break where I stop at like the 10 episode mark and then get loads of hosts for next I guess season. But right now it's looking like a very Doctor Who filled podcast. Which is so it should be.
Yeah.
Because I talked with Harry about Doctor Who for like 20 minutes. I'm going to be talking to Ashley about Doctor Who for like the entire podcast. I talked to you for so far I reckon it's over an hour and 15 minutes long. This podcast is definitely probably going to
we've just talked all out, definitely. We did briefly mention the CW shows, but that was only for 2 minutes.
I recommended those to Ashley as well. Anyway, getting back to what we were up to, I'm going to give, on a whole, name a 9, day a 10, and time a 6. Those are my ratings for those 3.
Cool. So the Doctor trilogy, name an 8, day a 9, and time 7, I think.
Unfortunately, it wasn't the finale that I was looking for, but oh well.
No, I see. I think the problem was that this is just probably Moffat's writing.
He goes so
had,
well. He goes so
yeah,
well, and then he
and
fails.
he set up all these different story arcs through series 5, series 6, series 7, and they just weren't tied up together. And then he was like, then Matt Smith was like, "Yeah, I want to leave the Doctor role now," and he's thinking, "Damn, I need to try and get everything in one episode," and that's Time of the Doctor.
Whole season in one episode, squashed into that 90-minute runtime. What was no? I think it's an hour. I reckon End of Time I could shorten down to an hour, and I reckon those time could have benefited from being the same time as End of Time. Now my poster ends there, so I might occasionally forget some titles, but I pretty much know Capaldi's episodes off by heart. Because that was my 50 years poster from the Doctor Who magazine, 800 episodes.
Very nice.
Great poster. But after that, we've got Deep Breath, which is an okay start, but
I'll give that 7.5, a decent start. The Matt Smith cameo.
I don't have much to say about it. Yeah, the Matt Smith cameo was not needed. It's his episode. I know, I love Matt Smith as the Doctor, but still, it's Capaldi's first episode.
It just undermined everything they tried to achieve in the in that episode. Like they sort of were trying to. I think people were sort of forgetting Matt Smith then, and they're sort of like, "Oh, we're going to bring him back in," and it's just, "Oh, okay." But yeah, 7.5.
Yeah. After that is Into the Dalek, probably an 8. I quite like that one. I don't have much to say about Capaldi's episodes, but yeah.
Should we just like sort of rank them through then, just like
let's quickly go through and then sum up Capaldi and then end on the podcast. I'm pretty sure no one's going to listen for as entertaining as you are. I don't think anyone will want to put up with an hour and a half of my voice.
That's all right. I'm sure they enjoyed. I'm sure there's people that stuck around and because people really love people seem to really love like top 10s and rankings and that.
Yeah. I'm going to probably name this ranking every Doctor Who episode, revival Doctor Who episode ever in the title.
Into Dalek, it annoys when people say it's a copy of Dalek.
Definitely not.
I can see why, but no, I don't agree with that. But yeah, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed that.
Robot of Sherwood can't take seriously since I watched the Doctor Who poop, but initially probably a 7 to an 8, 7.5.
Yeah. I quite enjoyed that stuff, but when I watched the Doctor Who poop version, it was just I was just like, this is gold. But yeah, no, I'd give it a 6 if I'm generous, very generous. I've got too much hate, but yeah.
After that is one of my favourite episodes of all time. Listen. I hope you're still listening to this podcast. I probably give Listen
first, talk about Listen
a 10 out of 10 because I really, really, really loved how it ended, how it begun. It was one of the rare Stephen Moffat stories that was just written so well from beginning to end.
Sure.
But
8 for me, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I did like its approach, and you know the flashback to the War Doctor. That was so cool.
That was very cool.
Yeah.
And the fear speech was very good as well. And it came from the most surprising of... Well, at that time, I quite liked Clara. She got progressively worse as the series went on, I reckon. But after that, we got...
Yeah, it's weird, because with her character, like, Series 7, she had no character development. Series 8, there was, like, a peak. Like, they were giving her really cool stuff to do and for her character development. And then Series 9 was just
I've forgotten.
Yeah. White Date Memory, yeah.
But Time Heist, sum it up quickly, is a good episode. I can give it 7. I reckon it was decent. I like the enemy, I like the ending.
Yeah.
Characters were quite cool.
I'll give it a 6. I like it was a very unique take on the sort of
Yeah.
heist things. Yeah.
Caretaker felt like a CW episode of Doctor Who. And a poor one at that. I'll probably sum it up quickly. 5. Just messy.
I'm going to give it a 6.5. I thought there was some nice comedy moments I quite liked, but yeah, apart from that, just standard.
After that is what's after that? Is it the 10 out of 10 episode Kill the Moon?
Yeah. God.
Kill myself. 0 out of 10. Obviously, hate every second of this episode. Courtney, I wanted to punch her.
Oh dear. It was boring. It was nothing compared to what I was so with Peter Harness. He did an amazing job with the Zygon episode.
Yeah.
But when I saw this, I was just like, oh no.
Maybe I should just one bad off. And it could have been better if Courtney wasn't there. Maybe Stephen Moffat made him have Courtney in there. So
who knows? Yeah. I'd probably give it a 3. It's very boring. It's awful.
After that is the 2 episodes from, I can't remember the writer's name actually. Mummy on the Orient Express and Flatline.
Yeah.
Good, very good writer. I can't remember the name though.
Yeah, Jay Matheson.
Yeah.
I love those episodes. It's just a shame about Series 9, his episodes. But that was co-written by Moffat, so that's why it wasn't great, yeah.
I'm not sure that he's returning in Series 10 or not. But
I believe he is. I think so.
That could be cool.
I heard somewhere, yeah.
Hopefully he writes a very good one-off for Nardole. Makes him the main character. Nardole Who. Be a great TV show. But yeah, if I was I don't classify as it 2-parter, but because it's 2 episodes, I'd probably give it a 9 for both. So I liked both quite a bit. Very good episodes, and they kind of made up after the downfall of Heaven. It's not Heaven. Kill the Moon.
Yeah, Mummy. I really enjoyed it. I think Flatline. I enjoyed more slightly, but again, they're just both so good. Like the 2 and 2 go, like it's just so good quality.
Yeah, very, very well written.
Very written.
What rating would you give?
Mummy, I'd give a 8.5, and Flatline I'd give a 9.
In the Forest of the Shite, probably 3, and I'm just gonna leave it there. I got no other comments about that episode.
Yeah, it's I'll probably give it a 3.5. Yes.
Yeah. After that, what's after that? Dark Water, which is probably a 7, a 6 or a 7. It was a good first part, and then Death in Heaven 2. Very, very low opinion, Death in Heaven, myself.
Yeah. That 2-part over, I'll probably give it 7.5. I like what they did with the Cybermen, but they were sort of underplayed by the Missy character being in there.
Yeah, and we have arrived at our final season, I guess. Let's quickly sum this up, because I think it's nearly an hour and 30 or 40
Wow. Let's do like a quick fire one.
Let's do a quick fire. I reckon we'll just give ratings and nothing else, because people have probably clicked off already. Alright. Last Christmas, 8.
4.
Magician's Apprentice, 6.
6.5.
Witch of Familiar, 2. Davros Has Eyes, 2 out of 10.
I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Right. What's next? The two-part.
The Under Lake before.
Yeah, Under the Lake before the flood. Overall 9.
Yeah, 8.5. I think for the overall. Very, very good.
Then it's I've forgotten. A Girl Who Died and Girl Who Lived. Overall, if I reckon it was a 2-part, I'd probably give it 6.
I really didn't like those two. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. 3 out of 10. Sorry, 3 out of 10. Yeah.
What's after that? Zygon 2-part 9.5.
Yeah. I'll give it a 9. I think.
Briefly mentioning the war speech, fantastic speech as well.
Yeah. It spoke to so many people when I aired. Like it was at the time as well. So yeah.
Sleep No More, slept through it. 1, 0 probably actually. Doesn't really have anything in there that I like. Yeah, 0. What do you think?
I'll probably give it a 1. I watched it once. I tried to rewatch it. I couldn't sit through it. It was quite fun actually because I briefly mentioned it, but I watched it at the Doctor Who Festival. My friend we sort of went up overnight, stayed there, and they were just every time that casket came floating along, they were just in hysterics. And I was just like, sometimes with Doctor Who, like you really want to show people that don't like Doctor Who want to sort of get into it.
Yeah,
you just want to show the best episodes, and just seeing stuff like that is just like, oh no.
Alright, quick firing because I'm nearly out of space on my hard drive. Because of all the other stuff I'm recording there as well.
Sure, yeah.
Face the Raven 9.
Face Raven 9.5.
Wish they had kept Clara killed there. Heaven Sent 10.
Yeah, Heaven Sent 10. Yeah, Face Raven they should have that should have been kept there. But without Hellbent.
0.
Yeah. Hellbent, I'm gonna give it a 4. The Rassilon thing really annoyed me.
Yeah.
And resurrecting Clara was just really bad.
And we have arrived at the last 2 god-awful Christmas specials. Husband's River Song, Nardal is Love, Nardal is Life. Probably give it a 5, because I really liked the last 10 minutes or 20 minutes of it.
Yeah, that was really beautiful, yeah. It's a 6. I'll give it a 6.
But the build-up is so slow that I just have to give it that, Return of Dr. Mysterio, I'm gonna give it a flat-out 0. I hated it very, very much.
I think in my review I gave it a 7, but today I feel like after watching it yesterday I'm going to give it a 5.
Alright.
Yeah. That's it, we've done it, well, hey!
We have finished. I can't believe we did that in one part. I thought I was going to end up like splitting up into 2 parts. Of me back from the podcast. That was quite the
we got
fun.
through it.
I want to thank you so much for joining me in this episode of Fault in Our YouTube Stars. I definitely will have you on again and we can rank all the classic episodes. Just joking.
That'd be multiple, endless. Yeah, but no, pleasure having me on. Thanks for inviting me. Great.
That's alright. It's my pleasure. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you're listening on iTunes or if you're still listening on iTunes, please drop us a review. If you're listening on SoundCloud, then leave a comment at any timestamp throughout the entire podcast if you're watching on YouTube. Then encourage us in the comments for completing all 150 something episodes of the Rival Series Doctor Who. I'll see you guys in the next podcast. Thanks so much for watching.
Bye.
Goodbye.